I was raised near Glacier National Park in the beautiful Rocky Mountains of Montana. Beautiful creation for sure, and abundant pine trees. Because of those pine trees galore, wildfires are common. It would often feel so destructive and such a loss every year to see the fires seemingly destroy this beautiful creation. And yet I learned growing up in that area that certain species of these pine trees possess what are called serotinous cones. They're sealed shut by a thick, heat-sensitive resin. And it's during wildfires that intense heat melts the resin and helps the cones open up so that they can drop their seeds. And they drop them into nutrient-rich soil. All of this because of the wildfires. Because the fires come in and clear out what is old, and they renew the face of the earth. We've come to this time of Pentecost, and it's always been a special time, Pentecost, for Franciscans. The first brothers and sisters would gather every year from the very beginning, just outside of Assisi at Pentecost, to remember the promise of the Holy Spirit. This was the fulfillment of Jesus' promise to his first followers, a promise of renewal of the church and of God's people that would send the disciples as now apostles, messengers of the good news of Jesus. But it was also for their transformation. The first followers of Jesus were closed off, if you will, covered not in a thick resin, but in fear and doubt and uncertainty, maybe even cynicism. The same Holy Spirit that came upon those first followers of Jesus is here with us now to transform us in the same way, from being closed off by fear or doubt or brokenness or cynicism, and to transform this world. Martin Luther says in the Small Catechism that it is this Holy Spirit that calls us through the gospel and enlightens us with the gifts of the Spirit. What Galatians 5 calls love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, generosity, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Luther says it's this Holy Spirit that makes us holy and keeps us in the Christian faith. Notice that's not about turning in on ourselves, but rather what God is doing with us and with this world. I don't know about you, but often it does feel like this world is serotinous. It is delayed in opening. It is covered in a thick something that masks God's reign at hand. And yet, we are given this promise of the Holy Spirit, even in this time and this place. And God's Spirit, like those wildfires, like those first followers of Jesus, promises to open us up from fear to faith, to share God's love and serve Jesus in the least of these. In this divine serotomy, may we look for the subtle flame that is so often a whisper of the Holy Spirit in our lives and in this world. And may that Spirit open us up to follow Jesus in simple faith and loving openness. blessed Pentecost to you. May God bless you with peace and everything good.